Hi, hello, what's up? Today we are going to react to Hamilton. A lot of you guys want to experience it through my eyes. I don't know anything about Hamilton, but we're learning today. Musical, it says Hamilton American musical, sung and rapped through musical by Lin-Manuel, tells the story of America's founding father Alexander Hamilton. Miranda said he was inspired to write the musical after reading the 2004 biography Alexander Hamilton by Ron. The show draws heavily from hip-hop as well, R&B, pop, and soul. Okay, so you guys want to experience it? The Fair Home Resides full-length reaction will be linked down in the description. Make sure you guys go show your girls some love. Definitely appreciate it and helps your girl out. Every scene, no edits, no cuts, and a link down in the description, you guys. Without further ado, let's explore it. Okay, so this one came out in 2020. It does say a Disney movie Broadway musical. PG-13, 2 hours 40 minutes long. Tomato meter is 98%. Audience score is 90.
Gentlemen, this is your king, George III, is strictly prohibited.
Oh, this is live.
Thank you, and enjoy my show.
New York City, June 2016. Richard Rogers Theater.
Orphan, son of a whore, and a Scotsman dropped in the middle of a forgotten. The $10 founded father by being a lot smarter, by being a self-starter by 14.
I mean, the lyrics, the struggle, the no excuses.
Ordered and carted away across the waves he struggled. He'll borrow or barter.
Gosh, by any means.
Hurricane came. First refrain, a testament to his pain.
Alexander Hamilton. My name is Alexander Hamilton.
Ooh.
Moved in with the cousin committed suicide. Jail. There would have been nothing left to do for someone less astute. He would have been dead. Every book he can get his hands on. Heading for the future, see him now as he stands on. You can be and you can.
Just you wait.
Time of the world will never be the his enemies destroyed his rep. America forgot him. Damn fool that shot him.
His story, his struggle, his pain, his emotions, his knowledge. No excuses, you know? A lot of us can deal with stuff in life and a lot of us cannot, but no excuses.
New York City.
Pardon me, are you Aaron Burr, sir?
That depends. Who's asking?
Oh, well, sure. Sir, I'm Alexander Hamilton. I'm at your service, sir. Graduating to and joining the revolution. He looked at me like I was stupid. I'm not stupid. If there was a war, then we could prove that we're worth more than anyone bargained for.
Talk less.
What?
Smile more.
Ah, yes.
Fools who run their mouths off wind up dead. John Lawrence in the place to be. It's 2 pints of Sam Adams, but I'm working on 3. Revolutionaries. I came from afar just to say bonsoir.
It's hard to have intercourse over 4 sets of corsets.
What?
Good luck with that, you're taking a stand. You spit, I'ma sit, we'll see where we land.
Who is this here? What's he gonna do?
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I gotta holler just to be heard with every word. I drop knowledge, I'm a diamond in the rough. A shiny piece of culture. I have a gun to brandish, I walk these streets famished.
We are meant to be
a colony that runs independently. Descendants free, so there will be.
I mean, how amazing are they putting this together? And music, the story is in, the history is in music. It's performing live, I do believe, in front of a lot of people. And then singing and rapping and not messing up nothing and everything going with the flow is amazing. I've never seen
in this century, and to me,
He says in parentheses.
like my country, I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot.
anarchy. Anarchy, how you say? Anarchy.
Socially advanced, instead of so insuppressive, gon' take it.
Geniuses, lower your voices. You keep out of trouble and you double your choices. If you talk, you're gonna get shot.
Yeah, he keeps saying that. He keeps saying it.
Mr. Lafayette, hard rock like Lancelot. Talking too loud, sometimes I get overexcited. Shoot off at the mouth. I never had a group of friends before. I promise that I'll make y'all proud.
Let 'em hear ya. Let's go. I said shout it to the rooftop. City, she's gotta rise up. When my knees gonna rise up.
When's it gonna get me? In my sleep, 7 feet ahead of me. If I see it coming, do I run or do I let it be? To prove when foes oppose us, we take an honest stand. We roll like Moses, claiming our promised land. Between all the bleeding and fighting, I've been reading and writing. We need to handle our financial situation.
Like, this is the first time me checking this out here in Hamilton, like, and when the lyrics just touch you, when they just touch you, like the struggle part, the emotion part, the feelings part, when you can relate, it hit different, the music, the lyrics.
Are we a nation of states? What's the state of our nation?
It's time to take a shot. Gladly join the fight.
And when our children tell our story,
And when our children tell our story,
Raise a glass to freedom. Raise a glass to the four of us.
tomorrow there'll be more of us.
no matter what they tell you,
Let's have another round tonight.
they'll tell the story of tonight.
There's nothing rich folks love more than going downtown and slumming it with the poor.
Eliza and Maggie. Angelica around the revolutions happening in New York. It's bad enough there'll be violence on our shore. I'm looking for a mind at work.
Feel like summer in the city. Someone in a rush next to someone looking pretty.
Where you disgust me.
Ah, so you've discussed me. I'm a trust fund, baby. You can trust me.
I think to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
The women, the rights.
Look around, let's go history is happening in Manhattan and we just happen to go the style of sisters. We're looking for a mind that's
I'm gonna talk more at the end, but I'm loving the different themes and the different clothing and taking it back and picturing it more and the energy they're bringing in.
Hear ye! My name is Samuel Seabury. Are not a solution. Do let them lead you astray. Pray the king shows you his mercy. For shame.
And bloodshed already haunts us. Honestly, you shouldn't even talk.
This does not speak.
My
for
dog
me.
speaks more eloquently
Bigger
than
problem.
me.
Dangerous.
But strangely, old mange is the same. Tiny island across the sea, regulate the price of tea.
Alexander, please.
Sir, I'd rather be divisive than indecisive. Drop the niceties.
Look how he walks in.
Why so sad? Remember we made an arrangement. Now you're making me mad. Remember you belong to me. Oh, we have seen each other through it all. And when push, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my la da da da. And I am gone. And ever I will fight the fight and win the war. I'll go mad, so don't throw away this thing we have. Da 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 da.
As a kid in the Caribbean, I wished for a war. We will fight for this land, but there's only one man. Here comes the general.
The moment you've been waiting for.
Here comes the general. I need a right hand man.
Can I be real a second? For just a millisecond. Let down my guard and tell the people how I feel a second. Is in the room, the truth is in your face. When you hear the British cannons go, stand. Hey yo, I'm gonna need a right hand man.
Take a stand with the stamina God has granted us. Hamilton won't abandon shit. Yo, let's steal the cannons.
Afford another slip, guns and horses, giddy up. I decide to giddy up my to defend America. We ride at midnight, Manhattan in the distance, as you were.
Sir, I was a captain under General Montgomery until he caught a bullet in the neck. A couple of suggestions on how to fight instead of fleeing west.
Excellency, you wanted to see me?
Close the door on your way out. Sir? Hamilton, how come no one can get you on their staff?
Sir.
Don't get me wrong. You're a young man of great renown. Martyr.
Yes.
Dying is easy. Young man living is harder. Leave alone. So?
I shot.
Son, we are outmen.
And that is his shot.
Need all the help you can get. Guys, master the element of surprise. General, rise up.
And his right hand man.
Boom! Orphan, son of a whore, go on and on, grow into more of a phenomenon. Will is undeniable, but what do we have in common? We're reliable. Washington named her feral tomcat after him.
That's true.
If you could marry a sister, your rich son.
Is it a question of if or which one?
I do. Down for the count and I'm drowning. I have never been the type to try and grab the spotlight. Everybody's dancing and the band's strong volume. Grind to the rhythm as we wine and dine. Because I'm helpless. I know I'm down for the count. Elizabeth Schuyler.
Butterflies.
Schuyler.
My sister. Thank you for all your service. Every letter that you write me, laughing at my sister, cause she wants to form a harem. Inside as you wine and dine, and I'm trying not to cry, cause there's nothing that your mind can't do.
I don't have a dollar to my name. Insane. Your family brings out a different side of me. Peggy confides in me. Angelica tried to take a bite of me. I'll never forget my mother's face. That was real. As long as I'm alive, I swear to God, you'll never feel
that. It's time. New York.
Toast to the groom. To your union.
To the revolution.
Are they really fast forwarding it in motion?
But Alexander, I'll never forget the first time I saw your face. Heart of flame, this is not a game.
Strike me as a woman who has never been satisfied.
Well, hold up, because then you just married her sister. Is it about to get messy?
You mean you forget yourself?
You're like me. Unimportant, there's a million things I haven't done for just you.
He said in total agreement, it's agreement, it's a bit of a dance, a bit of a posture, it's a bit of a stance. He's a bit of a flirt, but I'ma give it a chance. Away from this place, then I turn and see my sister's face, and she is and I know 3 fundamental truths at the exact same time. So I'm the one who has the social glide for one, cause I'm the oldest and the wittiest and the gossip. Elizabeth Schuyler, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Schuyler.
My sister. To Eliza, now that's his bride. Nice going, Angelica, he was right. You will never be satisfied. I'll leave you to it. You'll never find anyone as trusting or as kind. But when I fantasize at night, it's Alexander's eyes as I roam.
Oh my. Oh my. So if I put the video up here, it's because I'm all over the place. But she just said she's fantasizing over her sisters. You see that fine? Yeah, so over her sister's husband. I know I heard that. What?
Fantasize what might have been if I hadn't sized him up so quickly.
Oh my.
At least my dear Eliza's his wife. She'll be happy as his bride.
I would never be satisfied. How messy it was. It still was powerful. Like, it's a story.
Not live to see our glory.
But I've seen wonders great and small.
I've seen wonders great and small.
After all, raise a glass to freedom.
Hey, something you will never see again. No matter what she tells you,
Tell the story of tonight.
Well, if it isn't Aaron Burr,
Sir,
I didn't think that you would make it.
to be sure, I came to say congratulations.
spit a verse, Burr.
Made yourself indispensable.
Well, I heard you got a special someone on the side, Burr.
Very kind, but I'm afraid it's unlawful, sir.
What do you mean?
She's married. See you on the other side of the war.
I will never understand you on the other side of the war.
Theodosia writes me a letter every day. He's on the British side in Georgia. He's trying to keep the colonies in line. It takes and it takes and we keep loving anyway. We laugh and we cry. The homilies and hymns won't teach you. The miss and the take. I'm willing to wait for it. When you're running late, is it like in his shoes? Hamilton doesn't hesitate.
Shakes, and if there's a reason he seems to thrive.
So
She
despondent.
was just a bullet. Like, the dance, the movement, it all matters. Like,
They only take British money, so sing a song of sixpence.
Provoke outrage. Outright.
That's right.
Don't engage. Strike by night. The show is past. We're gonna fly a lot of flags half-mast.
Raise a glass. Trust me with the command, and every day
No.
he dismisses me out of hand. Instead of me, he promotes Charles Lee. Makes shits the bed at the Battle of Monmouth.
Everyone attack! Attack! I'm sorry, is this not your speech?
He started saying this to anybody who would listen.
Washington cannot be left alone to his devices.
Do a thing. History will prove him wrong.
But sir,
We have a war to fight. Let's move along.
Strong words from Lee. Someone ought to hold him to it.
Lawrence, do not throw away your shot.
oh.
Meet face to face.
Negotiate a peace.
Or negotiate a time and place.
This is commonplace, especially between recruits. Deniability.
Door before the sun is in the sky.
Pick a place to die where it's high and dry. Second, see if they can set the record straight.
Alexander,
Aaron Burr, sir.
can we agree that duels are dumb and immature?
Sure. Quiet and count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Lee, do you yield?
You shot him in the side.
Don't speak for me. Thank you for your service.
Let's ride.
Hamilton,
Sir.
meet me inside. Meet him inside. Provide our allies to the south.
Absolutely right. John should have shot him in the mouth. That would have shut him up. The land, but if you if you gave me command of a battalion, a group of men to lead, I could fly above my station after the war.
Or you could die in order from your commander.
It's been building up.
How long have you known?
A month or so.
Eliza, you should have told me.
I wrote to the general a month ago. Right now.
Will you relish being a poor man's wife, unable to provide for your life?
Come, just stay alive. That would be enough. Your smile, or a fragment of your mind. Look out words. That would be enough. I know who I married. promise you come home at the end of the day. If you could
The little things.
inside your heart, oh, let me be a part of the narrative, and I could be enough.
Only if we appreciate the little things instead of ignoring them.
How defeat a global superpower. How do we emerge victorious from the quagmire? Everyone give it up for America's favorite fighting Frenchman! Taking the and I'm never gonna stop until I make them double run them up and tell them remains.
And end this war at Yorktown. Cut them off at sea, but for this to succeed, there is someone else we need.
I know.
Come to fight for your land back.
I need my right-hand man back.
Get your right hand man back.
Together we can turn our tides to get this right. They'll
He's going.
early life. The world will never be the same. I was younger than you are now. When I was given my first command, I lie awake, knowing history has its eyes on me. Let me tell you what I wish I'd known when I was young and dreamed of glory. This lies in you, but remember from here on in, history has its eyes.
In command where you belong.
Are you saying no sweat? We're finally on the field. We've had quite a run. See you on the other side.
Here we meet again.
I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. This is where it gets me. On my feet, the enemy. We gotta go, gotta get the job done. Gotta start a new nation. Gotta meet my son. Take the blows. Seize the moment and stay in it. It's either that or meet the business end of a bayonet. Honor, redefining bravery. We'll never be free until we enslave.
I'm spying on the British government. I take the measurements, information, and then I smuggle it. I shuffle it. Hercules Mulligan. I need no introduction. When you knock me down, I get the.
After a week of fighting, a young man in a red coat stands on a parapet.
Black and white soldiers wonder alike if this really means freedom. Now I'm fighting with France and with Spain. I'm so blue. I thought that we made an arrangement. What comes next? You've been freed. Have a clue what happens now? Oceans rise across the sea, rolling back to me. Da 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 da.
Dear Theodosia, what to say to you? And it broke my heart. I'm dedicating every day to you. You will come of age with our young nation. We'll bleed and fight for you. And you'll blow us all away. And you'll blow us all away.
Philip, when you smile, I am undone. Not the word I'm looking for. There is so much more inside me now.
Okay, so we know the big secret. Okay, so when they applaud, I don't applaud because I'm ready to get to the next song because, like I said, it's like a storyline in the music. Like, so I'm waiting to know what happened. But, like, he said he was in love with a married woman. The married woman, his wife is pregnant. And just the way they just split them apart and in the segment, he just had a baby. But he just had a baby too. Once he started singing, he sat down and sad, but it's not really his baby.
Oh, Philip, you outshine the morning sun.
Father wasn't around.
Swear that I'll be around for you. We'll bleed and fight for you. We'll make it right for you. To you and you'll blow us all away.
Am I right?
join the fight.
No, it's from his father.
His father?
And when our children tell our story,
My son was killed in a gunfight. His dream of freedom for these men dies with him.
I have so much work to do.
After the war, I went back to New York.
This definitely gives you mixed emotions, like, because it switched so fast.
This law burr work next door.
Even though we started at the very same time, Alexander Hamilton began to climb. Oh, your first witness, that was all you had to say.
Okay, one more thing.
Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room when you fight like you're running out of time? Keep on fighting in the meantime.
Corruption's such an old song that we can sing along. Erected as now for a strong central democracy. If not, then I'll be Socrates throwing verbal rocks at these mediocrities.
It's ours. The convention is listless. Right, young man? Yo, who the F is this? Free ammunition for your enemy. Why do you ride like it's going out of style? Well, it's the middle of the night.
Can we confer, sir?
Is this a legal matter?
Yes, and it's important to me. The new U.S. Constitution.
No.
Hear me out. Independence, we have to start somewhere.
No.
Constitution.
Of course.
Then defend it.
And what if you're backing the wrong horse?
Burr, we studied and we fought and we killed for the notion of a nation we now get to build.
in the afterbirth of a nation, watching contention grow.
Moneyed by someone who always pays for all my days. He is not a lot of fun, but there's no one who can match you for turn of phrase. Where you started, the fact that you're alive is a miracle. Your time, if I could grant you peace of mind.
To write a total of 25 essays, the work divided evenly among the three men.
Hamilton wrote the other 51. How do you write like you're running out of time? How do you write like you needed to survive?
Treasury was to leave behind the world, you know.
Sir, do you want me to run the Treasury or State Department?
Treasury.
Around, isn't this enough? He will never be satisfied.
I am not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot.
Or debt, fight the other founding fathers till he has to forfeit. Have it all, lose it all. You ready for more? Yeah, Thomas, you simply must meet Thomas. Thomas. France is following us to revolution. Then comes up and the world still spins. What did I miss? Living 80s. I guess I basically missed the late 80s. Pull my bag down, get Sally. Be a lamb, darling, won't you open it? Looking at the rolling fields, I can't believe it.
Thomas, we're engaged in a battle for our nation's very soul. For the South alone, where have you been?
France, West. Political abyss.
Head first into the abyss.
Welcome home.
Mr. Jefferson, Alexander Hamilton.
We're here with us in New York City. Are you ready for a cabinet meeting?
Liberty and the pursuit of happiness. We fought for these ideals, we shouldn't settle for less. Ow! But Hamilton forgets. His plan would have the government assume state's debt.
This is a battle rap.
Virginia Barry. Our debts are paid, I'm afraid. Don't tax the South, cause we got it made in the shade. When you try to tax our whiskey.
Thank you, Secretary Jefferson.
With whatever the hell it is you do in Monticello. If we assume the debts the union gets, a new line of credit, a financial diuretic. South, we create, you keep ranting. We know who's really doing the planting. But you were off getting high with the French. Debt is in, damn, you in worse shape than the national debt is in.
Take a walk. We're gonna reconvene after a brief recess.
It makes me wonder why I even bring the thunder.
Why he even brings the thunder?
A non-starter.
Winning was easy, young man. Governing's
They're
harder.
being intransigent.
You have to find a compromise.
They don't have a plan, they just hate mine.
Convince them otherwise. I imagine they'll call for your removal.
6, 6, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Is that their son?
Name the play. They think me Macbeth. Ambition is my folly. I'm
Away. Do you have to live an ocean away? Thoughts of you subside.
I'll be there in just a minute. Save my plate.
Alexander,
Okay.
your son is 9 years old today.
And I just turned 9. You can write rhymes, but you can't write mine. Law's trying to start America's bank.
Goodbye.
In a nearby pond, you and I can go. Alexander, you must get through to Jefferson. Sit down with them and compromise. Don't stop till you agree. Your favorite older sister, Angelica, reminds you there's someone in your corner all the way across the sea. Anyway, all this to say, I'm coming home this summer at my sister's invitation. Be a moment away. Angelica, with his family.
Angelica, tell my wife John Adams doesn't have a real job anyway. My plan through Congress. I can't stop till I get this plan through Congress.
Like summer in the city. I'll let him tell it.
I hadn't slept in a week. I was Angelica, missing my wife. That's when Miss Mariah Reynolds walked into my life.
But I don't know where to go. He cheating me, mistreating me. Suddenly he's up and gone.
To play, she said,
this one's mine, sir.
Put me to a bed, let her legs spread and said, that's when.
Now, I thought you missed your wife. Say one thing, doing the other. Like, why did you even take her home? You could have been nice, called her a cab, like, gave her $30 as it is. Talking about she went home, took you to the bed, spurt her leg. What? I thought he was cheating with going to cheat with the sister anyway, so.
I began to pray, Lord, show me how to say no to this.
You gotta pray about it.
Looks so healthy.
We know you don't say no.
That last time it became a pastime. I must see the letter from the
It's the schedule.
Better. It said,
Dear sir, I hope this letter finds you in good health. Uh-oh, you made the wrong sucker. The cuckolds, it's time to take the pipe up all the pants you unbuckle.
No. He said if the price is right, he's selling his wife.
To a place
we hear you.
In the face.
Don't cry now.
I don't know about any letter.
Stop crying, goddammit, get it.
I didn't know any better. You can say.
Yeah, because I'm not about to give him what he wants. You already said he was toxic, so like, why is there any situation like he should like? Why is he still involved? Okay.
There is nowhere I can go. Say no to this. There is nowhere I can go.
They made it to an R&B song.
Sir.
Hey, did you hear the news about good old General Mercer?
No.
You know Claremont Street?
Yeah.
They renamed it after him. The Mercer legacy is secure.
Sure.
Really?
Talk less. Smile more. Where I gotta go.
Oh, but
decisions are happening over dinner.
Obviously closed. The immigrant emerges with unprecedented financial power. It's been the boom where it happened, the boom where it happened. No one else was in the boom where it happened, the boom where it happened, the boom where it happened.
I was on Washington's doorstep one day in distress and disarray. Alexander said,
I've nowhere else to turn.
the venue, the seating.
But no one else was in the boom where it happened. The parties get yes. The pieces that are sacrificed in every game of chess. Congress is fighting over where to put the capital. It isn't pretty. The Jefferson approaches with the dinner and invite to work a little closer to home.
Actually, I would.
Well, I propose the Potomac.
And you'll provide him his votes.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
Else is in the room where it happened. Alexanderhamilton. What did they say to you to get you to sell New York City down the river?
In the same spot.
You got more than you gave.
And I wanted what I got. When you got skin in the game, you stay in the game. God help and forgive me. I want to build something that's gonna outlive me.
I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens.
In the dark.
But we dream in the dark for the most part.
How slick that was. He jumped and moved it like.
Senate seat to young upstart Aaron Burr. Grandpa just lost his seat in the Senate.
Sometimes that's how it goes.
Burr, since when are you a Democratic Republican?
Since being one put me on the up and up again.
No one knows who you are or what you do.
Now the seat was up for grabs, so I took it.
I've always considered you a friend.
I don't see why that has to end.
The table. France is on the verge of war with England. It's not subject to congressional approval.
We were needy. We made a promise. We signed a treaty.
France.
In return, they didn't ask for land. Only a promise that we'd lend a hand. Oh, that Alexander Hamilton is here and he would rather not have this debate. To rise above his station, everything he does betrays the ideals of our nation.
Of a military mess, a game of chess, where France is queen and kingless. We signed a treaty with the king whose head is now in a basket. Super dead.
People are leading.
The people are rioting. There's a difference. Frankly, it's a little disquieting.
You an ounce of regret. You accumulate debt. You accumulate power.
Never stop. Where do we draw the line?
So quick-witted.
Alas, I admit it.
I bet you were quite a lawyer.
My defendants got acquitted.
Eddie's calling.
To have Washington on your side, it must be nice, it must be nice.
Stress, we're breaking down like fractions. We smack each other in the press and we don't print retractions. And a ration as Wall Street robs them blind in search of chips to cash in. While we were all watching, he got Washington in his pocket.
To have Washington on your side, look back at the Bill of Rights,
Which I wrote.
the ink hasn't dropped to his mouth.
If there's a fire you're trying to douse, you can't put it out from inside the house. I'm in the cabinet, I am complicit in
Somebody be told. It must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side.
Thomas Jefferson resigned this morning.
You're kidding.
I need stepping down so he can run for president.
Good luck defeating you, sir.
Not running for president. Take a break tonight and then we'll teach him how to say goodbye.
Or is this the best
I
time
want to warn against partisan fighting. Pick up a pen, start writing. The people will hear from me one last time.
Mr. President, they will say you're weak.
No, they will see we're strong. Move on. Lives me when I'm gone. We've made. I want to sit under my own vine and fig tree one last time.
One last time. Conscious of intentional error, I am nevertheless too sensible of my defects not to think it probable 45 years of my life dedicated to its service with an upright zeal.
I anticipate with pleasing expectation that retreat in which I promise myself to realize, and the happy reward as I trust of our mutual gain.
George Washington's yielding his power and stepping away. Is that true? There's nobody else in their country who looms quite as large. John Adams years ago, what was it, 85? That poor man, they're going to eat him alive. Peace is Jesus Christ, his will be fun. Da 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 da. Destroy his reputation. Welcome, folks, to the Adams administration.
Sit down, John, you fat mother!
As long as he can hold a pen, he's a threat. Let's let him know what we know. The check stubs from separate accounts.
Almost $1,000 paid in different amounts.
Lie to this situation.
To seek financial gain, stray from his sacred mission.
And the evidence suggests you engaged in speculation.
You don't even know what you're asking me to confess.
Confess.
You have nothing. I don't have to tell you anything at all.
Hope this letter finds you in good health. You put wealth in the pockets of people like me down on their luck. You see, that was my wife who you decided.
Wow. Escorted me to bed and sent the dogs out to my sense, that's fine. Yes, I have reasons for shame, but are my answers to your satisfaction. So?
The people won't know what we know.
Alexander, rumors only grow, and we both know what we know.
There is quiet for just a moment. The yellow sky, I wrote my way out. Wrote everything down far as I could see. Moved to kindness by my story. Raised enough for me to put passage on a ship. She fell, I wrote about the Constitution and defended it well. And in the face of ignorance and resistance, I wrote financial systems. Hello, Scott. I was 12 when my mother died. She was holding me. We overwhelmed them with honesty.
The Reynolds pamphlet with one James Reynolds. My real crime is an amorous connection with his wife. Don't be president.
Put what we had aside. I'm standing at her side.
You're never gonna be president. His poor wife.
Oh.
Do you know what Angelica said when we saw your first letter arrive? You wrote me, I'm searching and scanning for answers in every line. You published the letters she wrote you. You told the whole world how you brought this girl into our bed. She said, you've married an Icarus. He's flown too close to the sun. I'm erasing myself from the narrative. You have torn it all apart. I'm watching it. I'm burning the memories. Hope that you...
King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but dag, I'm amazed and astonished. I'm looking for Mr. George E. 4th of July speaker. My father's legacy in front of a crowd. I can't have that. I'm making my father proud.
That wasn't true.
That is unless you want to step outside and go now.
I know where to find you. Piss off. I'm watching the show now.
Ask you for advice. This is my very first duel. They don't exactly cover this subject in boarding school.
Did your friends attempt to negotiate a peace?
He refused to apologize.
Stand there like a man until Icar is in front of you. When the time comes, fire your weapon in the air. This will put an end to the whole affair. This young man's blood on your conscience.
Okay, I promise.
Come back home when you're done. Take my guns. Be smart. Make me proud, son.
Men, the duel will commence after we count to 10. Count to 10. Look him in the eye, ain't no higher. Summon all the courage you require.
Where's my son?
Mr. Hamilton, come with his
Can
right
I see
arm.
him, please?
I'm
just right. Even before we got to 10. I know. Shh, I know.
My son, we played piano.
So I could sing.
There are moments that the words don't reach. Feels easier to just swim down. The Hamiltons move uptown.
I never liked the quiet before. I take the children to church on Sunday.
See him in the street, walking by himself through the unimaginable. His hair is gone gray.
Deserve you, Eliza. But hear me out, that would be enough. If I could spare his life. If I could trade his life for mine. The challenges we're facing, brave. I know who I married. That would be enough.
But when she asked you, was this enough? You wanted to go chase your legacy. When she told you this was enough, I just cannot.
Never understand. We push away the unimaginable. Can you imagine forgiveness? They are going through the unimaginable.
So now now I'm facing Aaron Burr with his own faction.
He's very attractive in the North. New Yorkers like his chance to laugh.
Who is it?
You used to work on the same staff. It might be nice, it might be nice to get Hamilton on your side.
In love with friends.
Yeah, he's so elitist.
I like that Aaron Burr.
I can't believe we're here with him.
He seems approachable.
Like you could grab a beer with him.
Did quite a stir, sir.
I'm going door to door.
You're openly campaigning.
Sure. I learned that from you.
Choice. Country is facing a difficult choice. Jefferson has my vote.
I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned. A partnership.
As your vice president.
Yeah, right.
Crazy that the guy who comes in second gets to be vice president.
Ooh, you know what? We can change that. You know
Oh,
why?
that's wrong.
Because I'm the president.
I mean, he looked forward to this, like maybe, like most likely his whole life. He's here. He's at this exact moment. He's been looking like for inspiration from Hamilton. Although, you know, he didn't say it. It was just like he's always creeping in the background of it, you know? And now that he's here, he's like, I'm president. You're not going to be second, although you're post.
Burr, when you see Hamilton, thank him for the endorsement.
Thank him.
I was Hamilton, an arrogant immigrant orphan.
I was everything too.
Somehow endorsed Thomas Jefferson.
That goes to, I'm not going back to the dark. I don't want to go back to the dark. I worked hard to be in the light.
The room where it happens for the last time. I reckon with the effects of your life on mine. I look back on where I failed. Something to say, name a time and place, face to face. Lead good man.
Sir, your grievance is legitimate. I stand by what I said. Apologize because it's true. Abraham.
Come to be enough.
I'll be back before you know I'm gone. This meeting's at 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 10 things you need to know. We rode across the Hudson at dawn. What was happening in his brain? This man has poisoned my political pursuit. Is that why? He examined his gun with such rigor. Glasses, why? If not to take deadly aim. It's him or me. The world will never be the same. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, number 10.
Ahead of me. See it coming. Do I run or fire my gun or let it be? There is no beat. What is a legacy? It's planting seeds in a garden you never get to see. I catch a glimpse of the other side. And my son is on the other side. I'll see you on the other side. Raise a glass to freedom.
He aims his pistol at the sky.
Wait! I hear wailing in the streets. We're both at his side when he died. When Alexander aimed at the sky, he may have been the first one to die, but I'm the one who paid for it. I should have known the world was wide enough for both.
For both of us.
And for both Hamilton and President Madison.
He took our country from bankruptcy to prosperity. I hate to admit it, but he doesn't get enough credit for all the credit that he gave us.
Who keeps your flame? Who tells your story?
I interview every soldier who fought by your side.
He tells our story.
I like this. He gives me what you always wanted. He gives me more time. If you only had time. And when my time is up, have I done enough? I established the first private orphanage in New York City. Alexander. Who tells your story?
Now we break down. How do we feel about Hamilton 2020 movie? This was beyond beautiful, beyond amazing. This was being an orphanage, coming from the struggle, and not having no excuse, but knowing you're going through the struggle, knowing you have no one but literally yourself. And you have to thrive for yourself. You have to stay focused for yourself. You have to stay motivated for yourself. Even if everything is bringing you back, you find a way to stay up. And his was his mind, his pencil, and him writing, and him making them steps with no excuses to get where he was going in life, and the history he left behind in it. Who's gonna tell your legacy? And Eliza, like his wife, and from the beginning she was like, the little things, let's appreciate them, let's be humble. I mean, I know you have to do what you have to do, but there's a time and place for everything, and if we had more time, we could have made more of an impact. If we had more time, I wouldn't have so many tears. Like I said, it's beyond beautiful. I mean, from every step of each person that was on this stage to the, I do believe it was a live orchestra, was the orchestra in there, like it was just in front of people, like just amazing, not messing up, do what you have to do, on flow, on point. The dance, it speaks. Just like with your mouth, dance speaks. It's communication too, and it's art. It's the way you present it, and it told stories itself without the lyrics. But each song was a storytelling song, and it went with each step until the end, and it took you along that ride of the history of the steps of his movement, and do we really get recognized, and the legacy, does it really move on, and his son, the drawing, and like it was a lot going on in this one, but how they presented it, was everything. How they presented it was everything. This is his biography, his life. This was drama. This was the history. This was people who sneak behind your back but act like they love you and they look up to you when they didn't get their way. So, you know, it was just crazy. You guys let me know down in the comments. I just couldn't quit crying. Like it was an emotional roller coaster too. Like when it wanted to make you cry, it went back up to an upbeat song. Like it was just so much. Whew. Of course, you guys let me know down in the comments how you guys feel about Hamilton. 2020 movie, I'll definitely get to your comments, explore it through your homegirl's eyes. And like I said, it being a musical and the whole thing musical, I definitely didn't know what I was getting myself into, but I do not regret this. Like, and this is almost 3 hours long, and I was entertained the whole time. I just wanted to know what was going to happen next, how it was going to happen. Like I said, I don't know a lot about the history, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, but this is why we watch this stuff. This is why it's good to watch this type of stuff, you know, and to learn more about it. And I definitely feel like you can never be too smart or, you know, not learn enough. That is AM, 3:30 AM, and we're gonna look back on this and just see what we explored through the platform of movies and TV shows. And yeah, it's what we explore. And I was definitely not disappointed. 10 out of 10. I'm giving it more than a 10. But of course, you guys put your opinions down below. Full interaction video link down in the description. Make sure you guys go show your girls some love and different. And it helps your girl out. The founding fathers of the first secretary in the treasury, Alexander Hamilton. Where's the face? Let's go. And I want to add, like, their voices was amazing. The high notes, the different, like, was that when the king came on and he was dressed in, was that like a cappella? He was doing like la la la, like I just felt it. It was different talent all in one, on one stage, one Broadway. Like, of course, different songs, different musical, but so much talent and so little time was amazing to me too. And I had to add that in there. Like, they deserve awards. Like, honestly, I'm not into musicals. The first musical I ever watched was the other day, and that was kind of creepy because the storyline of it was different. I ain't gonna say creepy, it was different. So I was just like, ah. But this one. But you guys, let me